Look at the best venues in your area. Are they actively doing much marketing? Do they have a great sales process? Or are they just fantastic at delivery? Because you'll find that most venues that are crushing it with private events are fantastic with delivery. They're remarkable. People remark upon how good their delivery is. And that's why really this is the biggest key pillar in acquisition, is delivery. Hey team, in this video we're going to be talking about the 3 pillars of private event acquisition and why they are more than just marketing and sales, which tends to be what everyone focuses on. I'm going to be using the iPad to explain this and hopefully give some visual aid. But what I really want to start with is why acquisition is more than just marketing and sales. So giving a bit of background, Daniel and I used to run an agency and we definitely came from the make money online space, and we started by just YouTubing, how to make money essentially. And we got into the agency thing and we were sort of taught through that channel that direct response marketing was how you generated clients, and then you needed to know how to close deals. And that was sort of all that was given to us. And so we took this approach and applied it to restaurants to begin with. And we were like, hey, look, you need the best direct response marketing system out there. You can, generate 300 new customers a month, every month, and you can track how much they spend and calculate the ROI, and that was all nice and good. But the reality was, it wasn't a sustainable long-term business strategy, because the reality is, if you're not good at delivering the core product, then eventually your cost per acquisition is going to increase and increase and increase over time as the negative word of mouth in your local market increases. And that's going to be, what Daniel says is the invisible hand that pulls you down. And we actually got that from Alex Hormozi, so shout out to Alex. So what you really want is for the delivery to be one of the core pillars of acquisition, and that will provide the invisible hand that will pull you up. Meaning that marketing will get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper over time, because every customer that you bring through the doors is going to result in more than just that one visit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the iPad and break this down a little bit further and hopefully explain to you so you understand sort of the mistakes that we made and you don't have to make them yourself. All right, let's dive into it. So cool. What you will see here is we've got the 3 pillars of private event acquisition, and apologies for the handwriting, spelling and grammar. So you've got 3 cool pillars here, and we've said that the key pillars of private event acquisition are delivery, marketing, and sales. And typically most people just are concerned with marketing and sales. And when people come to us saying, hey, we want more private events, people just need to know about us. Our close rate isn't great. We've got lots of leads that we can't close them, or, we just need more leads. I close at 90%. We hear this all the time. And now we look at it and we're a bit skeptical, I would say. We would say, hey, look at the best venues in your area. Are they actively doing much marketing? Do they have a great sales process? Or are they just fantastic at delivery? Because you'll find that most venues that are crushing it with private events are fantastic with delivery. They're remarkable. People remark upon how good their delivery is. And that's why really this is the biggest key pillar in acquisition, is delivery, which is great because you can get good at delivery. There's no hacks, there's no special sauce. So when I talk about delivery, I talk about what the offer is. Meaning that many venues don't have a defined offer, like what is the prospect getting? And you can set up your offer in such a way to incentivize higher prices and make sure that the client or the prospect has a better experience. This leads into pricing. So what you will find is that great venues charge higher prices, and that's completely okay. And prices are probably a lot more elastic than you would think for private events, because most people haven't made these purchasing decisions in the past. So, if you're planning, let's say it's your mother's 60th and you're looking for a place for her 60th birthday, it's likely that you've never made that decision in the past. So you aren't aware of what the prices of the market is. So you can probably charge higher prices than you would expect. Delivery also, this is probably the biggest one, leads to referral business. And most fantastic event spaces generate most of their business from referrals, if not all of their business from referrals. Referral business is a lot better because it's a lot hotter and requires a lot less work to get across the line. And again, you can charge higher prices because the perceived value of what they're getting is higher. Otherwise, they wouldn't come to you in the first place. And then testimonials. And again, testimonials are fantastic and they lead into your marketing. And this moves us to the second pillar, which is marketing, which is used for lead generation, e.g. taking prospects who know about you and converting them into sales. So it is very difficult to run lead generation to a cold audience, people who know nothing about you. And we've found lead generation works best when you've already got some goodwill in your local market or people already know a little bit about you. And marketing also helps with lead nurturing. So if you're a venue that someone knows about and you're hitting them with a retargeting ad, let's say once a week for the next year, that's actually very cheap spend on your marketing dollars, but it'll keep you top of mind so that when they are looking for a spot, you're on their short list. And finally, sales, which is what a lot of people think is the key of acquisition, but we'll just say it's sort of the last step, which is closing deals. And closing deals in a private function context really comes down to how efficient you are at closing deals so stuff doesn't get dropped, and how skillful you are at closing deals so that you can close at a higher percentage. So hopefully that makes sense as the three pillars that we focus on when it comes to private event acquisition. So now I'm just going to dive into how they tie together. So you see I've got delivery at the top, and what this ties into is positive word of mouth, which generates goodwill in the local marketplace. So you've got increases goodwill, and this provides you with more leads or more inquiries for you to deal with, which leads to more sales, which leads to you being able to do more on the delivery side, which again, is a flywheel effect, which is great. However, what most people come to us and say is, hey, I just need more leads. I need, another 20 leads a month and I can close at 90%, which is cool. And this is where that sort of fits into the equation. So if you're doing direct response, marketing, and this would be, running ads on Facebook to generate more inquiries, what you would do is this would tie into here. So this would give you more lead gen, more closes, and again, this is a really good way to kickstart the cycle. And this is what we would recommend using it for. So if genuinely you just need people to know about you and you do over deliver, and hence every private event that you do will be worth more to you, but due to positive word of mouth, then this is a great way to do it. This doesn't work if instead of leading to positive word of mouth, sorry, I'll put that down here, this leads to negative word of mouth. That will basically destroy the whole cycle. So this is why we have delivery as one of the key components of acquisition, because without delivery, direct response marketing will eventually fail. And with a strong delivery, you can eventually turn off direct response marketing, because the goodwill due to positive word of mouth, due to your over delivery, provides enough lead gen for you to close as much deals as you would like. So I hope that made some sense to somebody out there. Please have a watch of these videos if this made sense to you and you'd like to learn more. Please subscribe, please give us a like, it really helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.